In the olden days, travelling doctors roamed the land selling miracle tonics for every ailment imaginable.
But what if the cure they sold you wasn't just a complete lie, but was an addictive, dangerous poison?
Today, we're going head to head to guess the secrets behind 10 of history's most outrageous quack cures. And Craig, you're up first. Number 1, Dr. Williams' pink pills. Who invented them? What were they used to treat?
So, pink pills, that could describe the ailment that they're supposed to treat, but it could also describe the pill itself. I'm just aware of how unmanly I look with my little tiny teacup talking about pink pills. What? So I suppose I'll have to take a bit of a stab. So I think the pink pills were something to do with skin ailments or changing the skin in general.
Ooh, okay.
I think they were Victorian, American.
Have you been peeping at the answers?
No, it's the first place I go for quack cures. No offence to America.
Oh, yeah. I suppose the old travelling doctor they were more prevalent in America. They did have them here in England, usually up north, but they were bigger out in America.
Only just up north?
Yeah, they were more widely known up north, yeah.
Are you calling the northerners a bit more stupid than the southerners? What's that? I'll have that, mate, no problem.
I said no such thing.
Grow no arm? I'll have a bit of that.
I like the idea of travelling doctors. There's something very theatrical about it, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because they were often showmen as well, weren't they?
Oh, God, yeah.
I love that type of showmanship, you know. Roll up, get your pink pills. Do you want a clue?
Yeah, give me a clue.
Okay, I'll give you their full title.
Okay.
So Dr. Williams' pink pills for pale people, and they were supplements. So why might somebody be pale?
Like a melanin.
No, think...
Ginger. Because the ginger bastards. The pink pills for dead people.
Not for dead people.
Vampires. Vampire supplement.
I wish that was true, but no.
I don't think I'm doing too well at this.
You're not doing very well at this, no. I can't give you any points, I'm sorry, because as funny as your guesses were, you're completely down the wrong end of the track. Yeah. They were sold as an iron supplement. If you were suffering from iron deficiency, you'd be very pale.
Oh, right, okay.
So it was to put a bit of colour back in your...
So 1 minute pales in,
yeah,
next minute
I know.
pales out.
Well, it's fast fashion for you, babe. You've got to keep up. So if you had an iron deficiency, you were possibly sold some of these pink pills.
I want to guess at the side effects. Itching and bleeding gums.
I don't think they actually listed the side effects because they wanted people to take these in. Yeah, so I think they might have deliberately left all the hideous side effects off the packaging. These pills they offered false hope for serious conditions. Usually, the underlying conditions that they would give them for were like tuberculosis and anemia.
Right.
So they weren't doing you any good, if anything at all, really. So you'd still probably end up dying of or becoming very, very seriously ill from whatever condition it was. But they were literally little tiny pink pills. And the bottle was quite cute. I probably would have been tempted by them myself if I lived back then. So no points for that one. Okay, number 2 is Mrs. Winslow's Soothing Syrup.
Great name. Next time I have a cough, I want Mrs. Winslow's Soothing Syrup.
Ooh, you might be on the right tracks there.
I think it soothes a sore throat or the bronchial tract.
Okay,
when you've got a cough.
And who do you think invented it or when was it invented?
Mrs. Winslow invented it.
Mrs. Winslow.
Name's on the bottle.
And you are right, it was created by Charlotte Winslow.
I think this might be early 1900s.
Oh, I'll give you that. It's the mid-1900s.
I figured it was later because it didn't sound as extreme or promise quite as much as the stuff in the Victorian period.
It doesn't sound extreme, but that might be misleading. Because it sounds lovely, doesn't it? Soothing syrup. What do you think this particular medicine contained? What do you think were the ingredients?
I think it would have had an opiate because codeine linctus is taken for coughs as a medicine. Mm-hmm. So my money's on opiates.
I'm going to have to give you a point for that.
Hey!
Yeah, you are correct. Yeah. It contained a significant amount of morphine.
Wow.
Alcohol and often opium, pure opium.
Wow.
So you were going to get half cut, man.
So you were soothed.
You were soothed all over. They used to give this to children
Wow.
Yeah, and it actually ended up causing addiction in children and ended up giving them respiratory problems, which is what you were kind of giving it to them for in the first place. Yeah.
That's awful. So the opiate epidemic is nothing new.
No.
They've been plying this stuff on us for donkey's years.
And a lot of the children as well, bless them, ended up dying because the parents
trusted it
and were obviously, you know, accidentally overdosing their own children.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this linctus medicine. But it did make them sleep.
Every cloud.
Every cloud. And an interesting fact, it says that, you know, this syrup is a prime example of the dangers of unregulated patent medicines containing narcotics, which I presume back then was quite widely done.
Well, they had cocaine and Coca-Cola. It really perks you up.
Its widespread use contributed to the push for stricter drug laws. So this was one of the ones that kind of, they were like, oh, shit, maybe.
They're dropping like flies.
Yeah.
And they were boshing laudanum, weren't they, before that?
Yeah.
For headaches and any kind of mild painkilling. That's like pure opium or in a jar, or an opium extract in a jar, just boshing out of the bottle. That's what you would have had, isn't it? Let's face it.
Yeah, I probably would have tried quite a few of these
Laudanum
things.
head.
Yeah, laudanum head.
I couldn't possibly attend, darling.
Where's my sleeping medicine? Yeah, I'll give you a point for that.
Thank you.
Are you ready for number 3?
Oh, gotcha.
It is Carter's Little Liver Pills. What do you think they were for and what time period?
Liver pills, I think, from just a gut feeling about seeing adverts in old London shops and things like that, and they were written on the side of buildings, either late 1800s or early 1900s, I think would have been your liver salt times.
Yeah, mid 1900s.
And the liver salts helped the liver.
It's not liver salts.
What was it again?
It's little liver pills.
Liver pills. All I can think of now is, she's from Liverpool. I think it helped to clean the blood.
So you think they clean the blood? Okay.
I think so, yeah. That sort of purification of the internals.
Yeah, it was marketed as a pill that would treat liver problems, but it actually didn't do anything for the liver at all.
So total placebo.
A total placebo. This is terrifying. It contained a really, really powerful laxative, and it was marketed as a liver tonic, but it actually induced severe abdominal cramps, diarrhea, dehydration, and dependency.
Oh my God.
So it was addictive.
All the D's.
So all the D's. It was bloody dangerous as well. You can add that one in. Yeah, it was sold as a liver to treat the liver, problems with the liver, but it caused more problems than it.
Medicine back then was a Wild West.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
but they, you just trusted, didn't you, that it was.
Well, we still do.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Liver pills make you shit for the eye of a needle.
Yeah, I mean, well, you'd been skinny.
Yeah. Somewhat of a clear out, but just not of the blood.
Yeah, so no points. Half a point, actually, because you did guess, well, the name, the clue was in the name, really, wasn't it? And you did get the sort of time period correct. So I'll give you half a point for that. Okay, number 4. This one's got a great name. You're going to love this. Is the Kickapoo Indian Sagwa.
That is going to be Native American with a name like Kickapoo, or American based on Native American, one of the two. Because Camp Kickapoo was in Ernest Goes to Camp. So
is that what you're taking all your knowledge from?
Ernest movies, you can't beat them. So I think it's going to be an American thing. And what's it called?
It's called Kickapoo Indian Sagwa.
Sagwa. Oh, it's one of those things where you feel like you've heard it before. Sagwa. I'm going to go with a drink.
Okay.
That, what does it do? Cold and flu remedy. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Cold and flu. Yeah, I will give you that. I'll give you the whole point because you are correct. It was founded in America. Basically, it was sold to fix everything. You name it, this thing will fix it.
Dr. Good, basically.
This was a Dr. Good remedy. It did not work. It contained a hell of a lot of alcohol. It was mainly alcohol based. It contained laxatives. They liked a good old clear out back then.
It really did.
So the alcohol would give you short-term relief from any sort of pain that you were having, but as soon as that wore off, whatever you were suffering from was still there.
So basically the same effects as whiskey in a curry.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it was completely ineffective. So that was basically just a rip-off medicine. Charlatans, basically.
Yeah, madness.
Yeah.
Any weird side effects on that one?
Other than crapping yourself and having alcohol poisoning.
Shitting out your liver.
And dehydration. Oh, and obviously dependency because it contained a lot of alcohol. So
All the Ds
it
again.
would turn you into an alcoholic. So yeah, you can have a point for that. I'll let you have that one. You're doing very well at this, actually.
Well, thank you.
You're usually quite rubbish, aren't you?
I am a bit shit, yeah.
So your fifth and final treatment, radium and electrical devices, just in general.
God, well, I think this is going to be mid to late Victorian period. And, am I wrong?
No, you're completely right.
Oh, I misread.
I was like...
It's frustration. I was getting somewhere. I misread that. Yeah, I think mid to late Victorian period because, the whole discovery of electricity thing and they were starting mucking around with radiation then. And I think this might have been for treatment of mental health because there was a lot of electroshock therapy back then. They used to wire people up to electrodes and zap them. They were fixing melancholy, which was their early name for depression. And irradium might have been used for anything from maybe even early cancers as well, going for irradium. But my money's on mental health.
Okay, I'll give you that because cancers are mentioned. What country do you think it was big in?
I think definitely European and probably the UK.
Any more?
Germany. But yeah, I and the Americans also could have been mucking around with this.
Yeah, you're spot on. You can have a point, yeah.
Thank you.
It is, completely that. So they were actually using radium water to treat a whole range of different things. And
that's really toxic.
They sold it as glowing ointment.
Oh my God.
If you think back in those days, that sounds like really sort of futuristic, doesn't it?
Yeah, like a gift from aliens.
Yeah, so you can understand why they were like, wow, we need to have some of this, like, it's almost like magic probably to them, wasn't it, back then? This glowing ointment or radium water would cause radiation sickness, bone necrosis and cancers, as well as anemia and death. But you are correct with the electrical side of things. They would treat hysterical women. They love to give them a good old zapping.
A little shock.
Yeah. What kind of electrical equipment do you think that they had invented to treat these?
Not MP3 players. They came a bit later.
No, not quite.
Well, they put headbands on. And
headbands, yeah.
Like freestanding ones as well that they could hold. And they brought one guy back to life, didn't they, from loads of body parts, and they zapped him and he came back.
I think you might be getting confused with Hammer Horror again.
Oh, right, yeah. Happens. Yeah, Frankenstein, yeah. Yeah, so I think it was mainly electrodes.
Yeah, you're right. Headbands, vibrating chairs, don't sound too bad. Some of them would deliver really harmful shocks and had terrible side effects that they would cause skin burns and blisters, muscle spasms, which sometimes aggravated existing conditions like epilepsy. They actually invented as well an electrical corset, and they would put that on hysterical women to treat them.
God.
Yeah, so I'll give you a point. Yeah,
Thank you.
done. I'm looking forward to my turn, actually. Very fascinating stuff.
Cocaine and heroin cures.
So I'm going to go mid-19th century, and I presume it was brought over to America from where they would grow the poppy fields. Is it China?
Well, this is where it gets complex because the Brits, the bastards, forced the Chinese to take opium because they were producing it. So the Brits were the dealers to China. And China then exported it around the world via labourers and everything else. Sorry about that, world.
Oh, right. And then China brought it back and created opium dens as safe places to partake in smoking opium.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. And what it was used for? Well, I think that cocaine was probably used to treat headaches, dental problems, and all sorts of pain, really, as well as opium.
Perfect answer. And then what about heroin? What do you think that was used for?
I'm going to say that they used that to treat sleeping disorders.
My information only says was used as a cure-all.
So
I'm going to give you that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the point. So,
thank you.
cocaine for painkilling, heroin also for painkilling because morphine's still the gold standard painkiller to this day.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right with your time period and locations.
And I presumed it was both very addictive.
Very addictive, yeah.
And probably caused more problems in the long run.
Yeah, very, very powerful drugs, unregulated.
No wonder they were sticking it in everything. If it was so widely available, they were like, stick it in the cough syrup, stick it in the teapot.
Yeah, exactly. Stick it on the shopping list.
Oh.
So this is interesting. So heroin was invented by Bayer, which is a pharmaceutical company that exists to this day.
Wow.
And it was marketed as a non-addictive, if you believe that, morphine substitute. I didn't expect it to be from a pharmaceutical company.
No.
That's mad. So yeah, I'm going to give you the point for that. You did very, very well indeed.
Thank you.
Right, number 7, magnetism and mesmerism.
Okay, so this has definitely got to be, I'm going to say early to mid 19th century, Europe-wide and America. So like hypnosis. Is that right? Mesmerism, hypnosis?
I think there's a link.
Okay.
Clear link.
And magnetism, as in magnets. Oh, crikey. I've got no idea what they would have done with magnets. The only thing I can think of is like them kind of putting them over your body or something.
Doing a weird sort of beatnik dance around you.
Yeah.
Magnetism.
To maybe draw something out. And the mesmerism, did they kind of like mesmerise you and trick you into feeling that you'd been cured, even though you hadn't? But how exciting, like if you've got these travelling doctors coming through with their wagons. If you'd never seen magnets or anything like that, that must have looked like pure and utter magic on stage. And you would be mesmerised just by that display, wouldn't you?
Definitely.
Let alone mesmerism in its own right.
But mesmerism, a kind of psychic healing that was popularised in Europe in the 18th century, it was basically just a load of old crap. And they were selling it as an effective cure for various conditions around the 19th century in Europe and America.
Also another treat-all kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
So mesmerism was the precursor to modern hypnotism, which is why I'm going to give you a point, because you pretty much nailed this one. Okay, number 8, bloodletting and leeches.
Oh, okay. So medical. So it was to treat headaches, all sorts of skin problems, and
so basically, this was an ancient practice that persisted through the years. And it had such a wide range of applications from headaches to injuries and all the rest of it. And it only really worked, weirdly, for one condition called polycythemia.
Never heard of that. What's that?
Neither have I. But routine bloodletting often led to just anemia, weakness, infection, and susceptibility to other diseases.
And then they could sell you some more morphine-based tinctures.
Yes, Dr. Good. So excessive blood loss could be fatal if the leeches were improperly applied, and also if you pull them off, you can leave the mouthpiece still suckling on.
That is why I don't like anything like that. Just something that could be like ticks as well. Like if you don't take them out properly, things left in your skin. Do I get a point?
I'll give you a point for that.
Thank
I think
you.
you're doing very well with this one because you got all the bloody easy ones. So number 9, alcohol-based tonics. Did you deliberately do this so that you got all the easy ones?
No, I didn't have any idea of who would be getting what. Alcohol-based tonic, so a drinkable medicine liquid, early Victorian and maybe even prior to that. And I would say Europe and probably America. And it was alcohol-based.
Alcohol-based.
So alcohol, numbing properties again. Oh, I think they used alcohol tonics for babies who were teething. And maybe they would like put a little bit on something and rub it on. Yeah, I'm going to say these alcohol tonics were actually for babies and children.
Well, I think it's a safe guess because how many times have we heard that a bit of rum in the bottle will soon get the baby to sleep? And they're rubbing whiskey on their gums. They still do that to this day.
Yeah, a little bit of brandy, yeah.
I mean, it's frowned upon, but you can. But basically, there's no specific ailment that this cures.
So this another... is just... treat all.
Yeah, treat all, and it's indicative of a lot of different types of tonics that were available in that period. So you're bang on with the time period, and it led to all the D's: dependency, diarrhea, but mainly dependency, and it led to the temperance movement.
What's that?
To ban alcohol and
with
the
when
booze
they would
runners,
open up the speakeasies.
Speakeasies, yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. But what do you think tapeworm eggs were taken for?
Okay, I'm definitely going to go the Victorian era. It makes me gag just thinking about it. I can't. So they would have been given tapeworm eggs to swallow, and then the tapeworm would live inside the body, eating and digesting all the food. So typically given for obese people because it was given to make people skinny.
I think weight loss was one of its main uses, but it was very unscrupulous. They would give it to pretty much anyone, label it as a cure-all. Tapeworm eggs. It would often lead to abdominal pain, nausea,
Yeah, I can imagine.
vomiting, diarrhea, nutrient deficiencies, and severe internal complications. And then it would also lead to infestations of the tapeworm.
Oh, what? Within the body?
Within the body, entire infestations, and they could spread to the organs, the brain, the eyes.
Were they not told back then, like after a certain amount?
I don't think they probably cared, because once the eggs are sold, they give them some rudimentary instructions to swallow them and everything will be fine. Probably didn't give a monkeys about them after that.
I bet it was given as well for stomach issues. If you had sort of stomach cramps, I bet they were sold to you and said, this will sort you right out.
Yeah, not good.
No.
I'm thinking about not taking my tapeworm eggs.
That is one thing I don't think I would have partook in if I lived in those times.
It's considered to be one of the more extreme and dangerous examples of weight loss quackery. It was short-lived in popularity.
I wonder why.
And the subsequent ban highlights the severe risk to people who were willing to take these lengths to get the perceived beauty standards.
Madness.
Absolute madness. As usual, we have no idea of the scores whatsoever.
But we will put them up on the leaderboard. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Click here to subscribe and here for more videos. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.